Hi there, hello, good evening, and welcome back to Immersive Realms. Tis I, Matt with Power, your ever-loving host, here on The Shadows We Fear, your Friday night D&D game. How are we all doing, people in chat? I am joined, as always, as ever, and more than welcomed by my lovely players. Say hello to my lovely players.
Hello, lovely players.
Hello. Before we jump into tonight's episode, we have some announcements, I dare say. So, Andrew, would you please do the honor?
Yes, first of all, I would like to give a shout out to Mr. I'm Ragnar. Thank you for your subscription. I appreciate it. He is, obviously, I don't know where he is. Oh, he's over here on the stream.
I think he actually is Ragnar.
I think he might be Ragnar. I think he might be.
You know, I had a moment there where I thought, because we fucked around on Discord and called him I'm not Ragnar.
He's still I'm not
I was
Ragnar.
going to mess with the whole the stream there.
Anyways, welcome back to Immersive Realms. Come and join us on the social media links and the Discords. Come join us. Come join the conversations. We do have things in the works that are going to be coming soon. A lot of news, hopefully. We will be able to announce very, very soon. But otherwise, I think it's just all steam ahead for Shadows We Fear tonight. Just as a reminder before we do go on, remember we are now going bi-weekly with Shadows We Fear, so tune in 2 weeks' time to see us continue the story. But otherwise, I will throw it back to you, Matt. I don't know what to throw this time. I really don't want to throw a D4.
Cat. Throw the cat in the window. Just love that cat, man.
No, Lola's a demon. I am not going near her. Here.
That would be quite funny if a cat appeared in your screen.
D4. It's gone.
No, not one of them again.
Yeah. We're full of it tonight. Over to you, Matt. We've broke him. We've broke him.
Sorry, it's Ghost denying the DMs there.
I said to that, like, what the fuck was that? Did you just meow? They did that again and I just caught off guard.
So, excuse me.
Sorry.
With all that bullshit we're done with, let us jump into tonight's episode of, beg your pardon, sorry, The Shadows We Fear. So, last our party had left off, they had made it back to Pavmar, and after a little stay, rest and recuperation, some little missions, had decided to hit the road once again with the threat of trouble looming on the far horizons, a threat to sea. They made their way to, logically, the port city of Brazenfort. Now, last session we had a little travel down the roads, beg your pardon again, where upon the travelling, you found the unfortunate sight of a body of someone who'd been slain on the road at some point, with a few heartwarming clues to where they may be from or what they may be up to, but more mysteriously, a little vial of apparently important sap around their neck, which I believe Falcoris now wears around his own, as the body did. Asriel, sorry, my apologies. Falcoris, dug the grave and put the body in said grave, and you guys erected your tent for the night for a sleep. During the night, you were paid a visit by one Orlithia, the succubus that we are in a sort of a weird alliance with / romance with. Any excuse to flirt with my players. And an unsteady sort of agreement was forged between you all, where the terms of which basically being that you need help with the upcoming fight. She will try to see what forces she can muster from the hells themselves. In doing so, though, our paladin Wash himself agreed a contract with her, the terms of which of that being that should any one of the allies that she tries to bring backstab, betray, or do any harm to the party, Wash personally gets to kill Orlithia. Everything was agreed. She disappeared into the evening, and you guys made your way to the tavern. Made your way to Brazenfort, upon which finding your way to the Tavern of the Beacon's Blessing, where, as per usual, you had some nice drinks, some nice relaxing evenings. You got the bard, Gend Autumn Smile, to start playing his permanent position there, the southern drawl kicking in and cheering the whole the whole atmosphere up of this already lively tavern, but exemplifying that sound and atmosphere. And as you all turned in for the night, we all went to sleep apart from one who stayed up a little bit later to speak to someone who started off this whole campaign all those years ago. Elroy, you spoke to Madame Meyer, asking for a very deep, very personal, very dangerous requests to erase yourself from history effectively, which she could do. But not to the extent you thought it was. She could rewrite history and made you an offer, but she's given you time to ponder it. And that was where we left off. Let me see that, guys. Where is it? Oh, this one. The morning comes across Brazenfort, reveals the clouds that have been gathering across your journey to the port city have now indeed delivered the rain they look like they were promised. Looking outside, is that too quiet for people? I can't hear shit.
I can't
guys
hear
hear me?
shit.
Okay, let me turn this, not Discord, Kenku up a wee bit.
I
Is that a bit
can hear
better?
shit. Yeah.
Fantastic. So I don't know why it's so quiet there. Excuse me. The morning that comes across Brazenfort reveals the clouds that have been gathering across your journey to the port city have indeed delivered rain. Looking outside, you can see the streets are soaked with water, darkening the bricks and the mortar of the city's buildings and various pathways. The canals that cut through the city streets have already risen slightly. Early morning merchants have set up shops with tents raised against them to protect their goods from the rain and the wetness that comes. You can already feel the air feel electric, as if threatening a storm later. You all awaken and begin to get dressed and sorted, completing whatever morning rituals you may have. Elril, as you waken, excuse me. Beg your pardon, sorry. As you awaken, you swear that air in your private bedroom smells like earth and mud. You maybe put it down to a figment of your imagination, until as you finish getting dressed, you bend over to put your boots on, and you can see that the foot of the chair that you've been sitting in and sleeping in that night has a thin layer of mud on the feet. You all, one by one, as usual, come downstairs for a lovely breakfast, which is prepared by the dwarves readily. And it's provided in the form of delicious hot meats, eggs, and oats, and other foodstuffs to get you set up for the long day ahead. As your plates are put in front of you one by one, each is accompanied by a wrapped little parcel. If open to check, you'll find that there are dried and preserved breakfast foods for the road ahead, maybe lasting a couple of mornings, gifted to you by the dwarves or the beacon's blessing. But the morning is early and the day is yours. Is there anything you guys would like to do to kick us off?
Of course, we'll do the usual and probably. I mean, I wouldn't have been there at the tavern. I would have stayed at Mother's house. But then I would have went to the tavern, said my hellos, maybe ate something, and then quickly went to the barracks where I try and find Commander Rockrusk.
Mm-hmm. You. Excuse me, guys. I do beg your pardon. You go to find the captain, and you are told that he is not in at the moment. He is has a scheduled important meeting down at the docks, but has been kept very hush-hush.
Okay, I'll ask them what dock.
Well, it's down at the docks is all they know.
Okay.
Even he himself hasn't really given his location to them.
I'll take note of that. I'll go back to the tavern real quick. I don't know. We've never actually talked about this. How long from the tavern to the barracks is it?
Oh, now you're asking questions. Let's say it's about a 20-minute, half-an-hour walk.
Okay.
See, at a brisk pace, I'm going to guess you're doing it. Now, at a leisurely pace or normal pace, probably a little longer, but with the pace you're walking, not with haste, but, to get there promptly, yourself, I'll probably say, let's say 25 minutes.
Okay, so I'll say, of course, goes back to the tavern, quickly grabs one of the party and just be like, I'm going down to the docks. So seems to be a meeting with the commander. I'm going to go and see what's going on. I'll be back soon. And then he's going to pick up his little parcel, wave at Nesva and thank her. Like, just be like in the background going. And then
she gives you a little double thumbs up.
I'll head off down to the docks. So anybody else can do anything they want, and then we can go to the docks later if you want.
Not a problem at all. Whilst Falcoros is away trying to find the commander and then briefly making a return before exiting again, is there anything else in the meantime or during you folk would like to do? In Falcoros' absence?
LRL's probably just reading in the Beacon's Blessing. Doesn't feel like it's too safe for him to be wandering around.
Not a problem. Are you cowled up, by the way, just so I know what you're up to?
Yeah,
Are you
yeah,
cowled up?
he's
I didn't
been-
see hidden. Yeah.
Killed up since he got there.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. No, not a problem at all. What are you reading, by the way?
Fuck, whatever he's got on him. I think there's a catalogue of weapon enchantments or something. I think that was the last book he stole. You know, actually, he's going to try and steal a book first. Something that's interesting.
Okay.
Old habits die hard.
Yep. Make a investigation check for me, please. See if you can find something interesting in the tavern.
Investigation 25.
25. You looking around here again, there is nothing interesting in the sense of as the old habits die hard, nothing that's valuable that you could pinch and nick. There is, though, off in the corner where you have the big chimney hearth. There is a small little reading nook sort of space where there's a small, and I mean like a 3-shelf bookshelf. That's more like books have been donated over the years by various sailors, travelers, and that sort of stuff. But Nesva and the other dwarves have just collected over time. And you thumb through them a little bit. And again, there's a host I'll let you pick from. There's old stories. There's books in a completely foreign language. There's a lot of them are like your sailors' tales and that sort of shit there. There's a few little things about, I don't know, the old history of Brazenfort, legendary creatures, just a whole plethora. There's no organization. There's no Dewey Decimal System organization here. It is just a smattering of books on a bookshelf that anyone can pick up and read.
Hello, will quickly organise the bookcase. Take the one on the monsters and replace it with the catalogue of weapon enchantments.
Nice. Do the whole one in, one out sort of trade. I like that.
Yeah.
You quite happily leave your book behind and start reading over this little book of monsters. And again, you do start flicking through, and some of these are it's very nautical themed monsters. So you see your things you expect, like harpies and the like of that sort of stuff. It then gets to more things of myth and legend, like krakens. Are they actually real and that sort of stuff there? You've never seen a kraken yourself, but you've definitely heard the name, of course. Sea dragons, more and more powerful entities as the book goes on. It's one of the things, the book sort of starts off with definite fact, and as the pages go on, bleeds into more grey areas before finally finishing in fiction. But it's a very well written book, and again, it's got little hand illustrations of all the creatures on them. Again, the further into the grey area, the more vague the pictures get, but when it gets into more fiction again, the more definite they become. With, yeah, that definitely happens, and that sort of stuff. That definitely has this many tentacles. But yeah, it's quite a little thing. You can see now and again people like written in their own little anecdotes and whatnot. It's a good read. It's quite fun.
Yeah, he'll pocket it once he's done.
Not a problem at all. Anything else Israeli on Lavender Wash? Anything you guys are up to? You're just enjoying a nice little hearty breakfast?
Can I would like to write a little bit of poetry for my Olivia, and
Please.
I would also like to brush Adar before we head on out.
Oh, lovely. You brush Adar quite happily. There's that initial bit where Adar, like all sort of felines do, that initial brush, think it's maybe a bit of playtime, but she quickly picks up that no, it is grooming. And she does let you pat down her fur quite nicely. How much of a wordsmith, let's call it, is Israelion? How much of a linguist are you?
I don't know.
What's your charisma?
Would you like me to? I'm not very good. It's a -1.
What I'd like you
yeah,
to do,
stat.
what I'd like you to do is, can you make me a performance check, please, to see if you can capture the words?
That's an 18. I'm happy with
18.
that.
You've not. The only things that you write, Israelion, are contracts, and when you pick them up, you're signing signatures. You're writing back, "I've slain this beast. Here's proof of payment." You don't write anything apart from the formal. But your heart throbs. Your eyes are so you can see her now. Her beauty encapsulates your mind, and she's got you in her grasp, and you just start writing, and it is a gorgeous little poem that you've written. About how the fires of hell warm your cold heart and stuff like
Well,
that.
I've actually got two prepared for you. It's just really.
Hit me with it.
Right. Okay. So I'll give you the option. Would you like number 1 or number 2?
I'll let the party decide.
Let's go with number 1.
Yeah. There's the reason why that one's first, right?
So it is my, those eyes like fire. I'm a winding sex, your funeral pyre. Come now, bite through these wires. I'm a waking hell and the gods grow tired. Reset my patient violence. I'll long both lines of my pathway higher. Grow back your sharpest teeth, you know my desire.
This poem, this poem, a vessel of your feelings, so to speak, transpires and translates through time and space you feel. And you finish writing it, and it's one of the things, you sit back and you read it and go, it's perfect. It can't be better. And you're very happy with what you've written.
The other one was dangerous.
Brilliant. Fuck's sake.
I just wanted to see what sort of reaction I would get from you. Yeah.
I love it. Genuinely, I like that a lot. I was like, that sounds... Yep. There we go. Well, as Falcoris, you're wandering the streets, moving down towards the dockyards. You can see there is a bit of a... what's what I'm looking for? Not kerfuffle per se, but it is like an energy, I guess, is the word I'm probably looking for here. There does seem to be a bit of a buzz as you walk through the streets, the rain bouncing off your... I'm going to guess you have like a waterproof cloak or something like that. You know, you're not... Unless you're hood down, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
As you get to the shoreline where the docks are, you can see they are jam-packed right now. Within the defensive sea wall, the docks normally have spaces. As usual, ships come and go. There's always, though, with this heavy traffic, availability to still dock for unexpected arrivals. The port is completely rammed. And on the shore, where you're sort of standing, you can see as well just now, there is a huge gathering of people that are looking out into the harbour wall. And you see something that you've heard of, but never seen before. You see a very, 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 very large and impressive ship. What you see before you is a ship that you know exists, but it is almost in itself a myth. Though it's definitely real. She is gigantic, six decks tall, with massive sails. Across the background, where she's sort of positioned and anchored, she is physically too large for any of the docks here in Brazenfort.
Mm-hmm.
She's just too big, so she's anchored out in the middle of the defensive wall right now, still within Brazenfort's boundaries where she's protected, but she's just too large for anything else. And all the ships right now that are trying to come and go are having to give her a very, very wide berth. Excuse me. The ship needs no introduction. Her yellow and black visage commands attention and demands respect. You know it as the Chiron's Bane.
Chiron's Bane. Okay. And who does this belong to?
You would know that this belongs to Grand Admiral Flint.
I presume of Lorenthal.
Yes.
Okay.
You've never met Flint. You've only heard rumors of Flint. The way that Flint basically operates is he's the Grand Admiral. The Chiron's Bane is almost like the flagship of Lorenthal. It is the head of the Tsunami Armada. This ship is very much kept in secret and is only brought out in times of dire need. It's been used in times of diplomacy, where people of foreign nations have come to have negotiations on board. It is mainly used, though, in times of war, when the Navy needs defending, or pro something strike. What's the one I'm looking for? Preventative strike, I guess is the one I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is huge. I can't emphasize this enough how big this ship is.
Falcoris being ex-Riptide Defender and on the ship, not for long, but a little bit, will kind of stumble a little bit, get to like maybe like one of the rope railings that's kind of there, and become almost like a fanboy as such for a moment before he realizes, fuck, I need to find a commander. And
yeah. You do that whole thing, you run up, you sort of like, not shoulder check people, you sort of like do that sort of push past people to get to the front, you sort of see, get your hand to the chain ropes on the shoreline, look out and just see the sight of the ship sitting in there, and there is that awe-inspiring. It has grabbed and commanded your attention as you rightly should give it.
Yeah. God, she's gorgeous.
You have to peel your eyes away and be like, fuck no, I need to... It's times like this, and when you see the ship, you think, if only you join the Tsunami Armada and not the Riptide Defenders, you know, there's little things like that.
Yeah.
The honor of serving on this ship, Kyron's Bane, is second to none. Captain Flint himself is a legend. Allegedly, one of the biggest things that always comes up when talking about Flint is allegedly he's taken a cannonball to the face and survived. But...
Okay. Sure.
Didn't say
Well,
what race he was. Do
I
you know?
don't know.
Could be a Warforged.
You actually wouldn't know.
No, that's fair.
He gives his name out, but the only people that know of him are those that need to know of him. The people that have met him are even fewer.
Well, of course, is just going to start pushing past people, try and get nearest guards, people he recognizes as the military, and just basically get to the front and be like, right, find the guard and be like, I'm looking for Commander Rocknusk, Captain Falcoris Zilrin.
You'll be told he is on Kyron's Bane.
Oh fuck. Right, and then I'll try and get towards the gangway, the walkway. Oh no, it's out in the you're saying it's out in the sea.
See, yeah.
I'm like, oh fucking hell. Oh,
To this bitch.
ah,
This is invite only, you're guessing.
right, shit. How the fuck am I gonna get on this? Who's servicing the ship?
What do you mean, like servicing the ship?
Like, as in, like,
Me as the DM, is
getting onto the boats, running out to the ship, you know, with supplies or whatever. Whoever's doing the running back forth.
You'll be told that the Kyron's Bane is doing that itself. When it needs something, it will ask for it. When it wants someone to come on board or go, it will do it.
This is the DM saying you've got no chance of getting on board.
No, I'm not saying that at all, but you just know, being such a secure ship, it is keeping its security up. Right now, it is in port, and even though it's a friendly port, they don't like to be anchored. This one of the ships needs to keep moving.
Who's the liaison from? Who's on dock? Who's ready for him? Where's the dock master? Who's running point here?
What you'll be told is, so I'm not doing an accent just now because my voice is fucking shot apparently. What you'll be told is a name that you might remember is a Captain Jazz Ingareth. Is currently organizing some liaison missions.
I'll go and talk to them, and just be like, listen, Falcoris Zilrin, I need you to get word to Commander Rocknurse. Just tell him I'm around. If he can drop by the Beacon's Blessing, I'll drop somebody by that I can come and meet him.
Andy, do you remember who Jazz is and the significant?
I'm going to be honest with you, not right now. I need to go through my notes.
So you push through the crowd in the direction of this person, Jazz Ingareth, as you've been entailed to do, and you sort of are then pointed to a tiefling woman. Youngish looking captain, dark red skin, pretty in the face and fire in the eye. And you immediately remember she brought Hex Warbreaker to Lorenthal. But bearing in mind she didn't know, and Hex saved her ship.
That's right.
And as you sort of approach her, she's in the middle of just sort of standing. She's keeping a guide. You can see that there is a little, not a rowboat per se, but like a one. Do you mind when you did guys that mission and you broke one little small like interceptor ships? Basically, there's one of them behind that's currently docked to more. Towboats, yep. And as you approach, she notices you, and she doesn't stand to attention, but she does look straight in the back a little bit on that one, seeing you approach. Good morning.
Captain Ingrith. How are you?
How have you been?
Huh.
Wet.
That's fair. Listen, not for pioneers around, but you know what's went down, right? Okay.
What's went down? Apart from the she points towards Kyron's Bane. This no.
All right. Listen. The person that saved your ship.
Ah, Hex Warbreaker, yes.
Yeah. She's no hero that you think she is.
Elaborate for me, please.
Not with pioneers. If you've got time, come at Beacon's Blessing later.
Okay.
I need you to send a message, if you don't mind, to the grand old ship. Just for Commander Rocknusk. Tell him Captain Falcoris Ilrin's been around. I need a word with him. I'll be at the Beacon's Blessing, or if he sends somebody, I'll meet him somewhere.
I can certainly do that. That's not a problem. We can't just send the message right away. It'll probably be like an hour before we're getting some supplies from the town, obviously. So when the ship is stocked, I'll then send the message with the crew.
If you can, that would be grand. Thank you very much.
Of course. And the Beacon's Blessing, you say?
The Beacon's Blessing. Best tavern for any sailors.
I've been in there once. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Well, there's new entertainment. You should come along and see it.
Always need a good entertainment. Good women too.
Plenty there.
Well, maybe you'll see me later then.
Perfect. I appreciate
but
it.
I will want a word though. If you are saying that I've been maybe taken for a fool.
I was too. We'll leave it as that till I can tell you more.
Well, I shall sit anxiously till then.
All right. Thank you very much. And then I'll
Of course.
turn and I'll start making my way back through the crowd and I'll just head up to the wardens. Actually, no. Don't have to RP anything, but Falcoris will go to the arena that he once fought in and just stand and look at it for a while before turning tail and going back towards the Beacon's Blessing.
You do exactly that, and you go towards the arena, and you know the streets well. You sort of make your way probably towards the I was gonna say staff entrance there. The competitors' entrance, I guess we'll call it. The people that are going inside that aren't there to view, and you sort of find yourself standing there, and it is all shut off currently. The big iron gate fences are closed off, not allowing people in through this entrance. Though people can go through the touristy sort of way, where with the viewers to sit and take little tours of the city and that sort of stuff that, go on. People, the looky men that if you give them a silver piece, they'll take you around the stadium from the outside. That goes on all the time here, and it's allowed. They're not doing any harm. But you do find the arena, and you don't even know when you do it. You just find yourself standing in front of the gate that you walked in good few times before. You can almost feel your cheeks are reddened from the punches you took in the face. Your ribs just get like a twang of pain from that time you got kicked in the chest and you think you broke a rib. The times where your wrists walked out agony from you swinging your swords and raising your shield in defense. And the faces of the people that you trained with, of those that you met, of those that got very close. And you snap yourself back to the reality of the situation and make your way back to the Beacon's Blessing, I guess.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Azraelian, as you write down your words of love, Elril, you read through books of fables of monsters of old and new. Lavender, you and Brownie get ready for the day ahead, probably Brownie asking for more of your breakfast and you actually get to eat. And Wash, probably seething the fact you still have to make a contract with a fucking devil. Falcoris does eventually come back and the party is whole again.
I'll eventually, when I get through and sit down, I'll just be like, kill a go.
Yes.
Have you ever been on a Chiron's Bane? Chiron's Bane?
Have I ever been on that?
The answer's most definitely no.
No.
No, well, you're not worth talking to. Fuck you. And I'll just pick a little bit. Peanuts, maybe.
Can I get though, as you guys are sitting there, Falcoris, Wash. Yeah, Falcoris, Wash, and Elleril. Can I get you guys to make a history check, please? As you three probably might know this more than anybody else.
Yeah, me with my -1!
Yeah, I completely forgot I'm professional in history. 22.
22.
Yeah, proficiency ain't gonna save us 7.
Oh no.
10.
10. Falcoris and Wash. Again, Wash, you've heard of the Chiron's Bane. You know it's a big ship, and that's kind of it. Again, we weren't even sure if it was actually a real ship or not. Falcoris, again, nothing more than what I sort of gave you earlier. Again, it was even your first time seeing it today, for God's sake, so, you know, it's all new. Kelgorm, though, you've known about the Chiron's Bane a little bit. Again, you've never seen it yourself, you've never, what do you want to call it? You've never witnessed it or anything along those lines. You just know in passing that now and again Orion would float the idea, pardon the pun, of the Chiron's Bane. And just how awe-inspiring it was, him being a fan of the Navy anyway in the Tsunami Armada. If you remember, he had like an old wrecked ship as part of his office.
Yeah, he wore an admiral's jacket as well. But...
Exactly. The man loved loves the Tsunami Armada. You, again, you think, without certainty, the Admiral is Grand Admiral Flint. You could be wrong on that one. But what really is standing out, like, the way it got its name is what's really sort of standing in your mind, that Orion would keep going on about the story of how the Chiron's Bane got its name. Excuse me. The story, as Orion told you many a time, so I'm not going to bore you with it, was the ship wasn't anything special back in its day. It's very much like a ship of Theseus. It was a much smaller ship, and over the years, as it grew fame, it got bigger. But back when it was a smaller ship and its name lost to time, it alone was commanded to take down a blue dragon, an elder blue dragon. And the ship and its crew, through much loss, much hardship, and with the near sinking of the ship, somehow pulled it off the impossible and killed this blue dragon, whose name was Chiron. Hence the name Chiron's Bane. The ship itself is probably just shy of 200 years old. But again, as I sort of say, very much in our term, ship of Theseus isn't the same ship it was anymore, as it has grown literal decks taller since those days.
I specifically did not say that out loud after Falcoris told me fuck off. I mean, it's pretty worthy of its name, right?
It's like half-cocked eyebrow.
Was this Falcoris? You don't... Biggest... I thought you were a big fan.
I am a big
Did you
fan.
not know?
It's...
Do you know how it's got its name?
No, I don't know how it got its name.
It's very unfortunate. You should read more.
I don't read.
You can't read.
I can read. I can read whatever the fuck I like right now. But I don't read. I'm more of a man of action. Seeing a ship is something else.
Read this, and I'll just write, and I'll write out the story in Thieves' Cant, and I'll just pass it to him.
I'll look at it and go, gobbledygook, but give me a second. And the eyes change the colour, the black, and I will use the eyes of the Runekeeper. Now, I will be honest with you, Matt.
I'm just looking this up. Yeah.
This is a debate that is fierce on the internet, right? Fierce.
The first that pops up is saying no because it's not a language, it's a code.
Yes.
It's a
Okay.
secret code, and obviously, Eyes the Runekeeper, if I'm not mistaken, does say you can read any
All writing.
language, doesn't it?
It says you can read all writing. Now, I'm going to be honest with you,
Ooh.
right? I will be honest with you, Matt. Me as a DM, I wouldn't allow it because
I'm thinking that, yeah.
the way I see it is like if you've seen French, you can translate the words. Like I can read it, right? You can see that the words are there type thing. So you can translate it to words. Thieves can't, it's just gobbledygook. It's like dog
Yeah,
jumped
symbols and shit, yeah.
dog jump fence symbol, right? I can read that. I don't know what the fuck it means.
Cool, yeah. I'll say that, yeah, you go watch this then. And even Lucia goes, let's show him in your head. And again, you see as the Eyes of the Runekeeper, as your eyes go black, and the words do move in like that sort of very, if you've ever seen Percy Jackson and Lightning Thief, how like his dyslexia translates Greek into English sort of thing.
Yeah.
It does that, it all shimmers, but it doesn't make any difference. Basically, everything sort of moves and wobbles, but then nothing actually changes.
Just for flavor, by the way, for people who don't know, when Falcoris does do the Eyes of the Runekeeper, his eyes go black, but his actual irises go silver. Anyways, it'd be like, you'll see him visibly confused.
I'm trying!
Kelligorm, this is fucking bullshit. This is, you've just made this up. You're taking the piss.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was doing. It's interesting, though.
Right, now you're going to have to spill the beans. Why is it interesting that I can't read this?
I just, I don't know, I just thought you'd be able to.
You're up to something.
Aren't we all? Anyway, Chiron was, an elder blue dragon that the ship took down.
Fair enough. I mean, have you seen the fucking monstrosity of the ship, not the dragon? It's quite awe-inspiring. I would take a walk down to the docks and have a wee look for yourselves.
It's definitely worth going if we were heading out.
Well, I'm going.
Do you know if there's any stores or shops that I may go and make a purchase?
I mean, there's plenty in our list. Like, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for a cloak.
Well, there's this
One
general
just doesn't do
store.
it for me.
There's that general store. There's this. There's that. There's this and this and that.
I will try all of them.
All right.
You can go look at your big stupid ship. I'm going to buy my cloak.
You just got that cloak.
Yes, but this one is not good for the weather. I need one for endgame.
What end game? What are you talking about?
If I am to go into the battle with the final say, I need a cloak for the occasion.
Right, I didn't. Well, I was about to say I don't take you as a vain person, but no, you are quite vain. All right, fair enough. Well, plenty of stores there to go and see.
I assume Falcoris, he means something practical.
A cloak for the weather is pretty good. Make it look good. Yeah, that could be practical. Make sure it's got ood. All right.
I imagine he means some form of enchanted cloak, am I right?
Oh, well, why didn't you fucking say that? Because now it changes the list. Right, and then I'll go from other shops I know do enchanted stuff, magic.
Why did you not mention this before, Falcoris? Do you think I want just some generic cloak? I could take yours. I don't want yours.
This man's collecting cloaks.
That's really on. I don't know what the fuck you want half the time.
I want to bathe my swords in blood, Falcoris, and I'm getting very keen, very eager.
Very soon. Very, very soon, right? Then you can go off and take down people if you want. But first, I've got kind of a meeting. I'm kind of waiting here for the word from the commander. So I'll be sitting down and Beacon's blessing. People are welcome to join me if you want. But if you want to go out and do your things, fair enough.
Sorry, Falcor, since we are all here, we have not actually came to a decision on what we're going to do with this archdevil for my beloved Olivia. If we are to have our army in the battle against the final say, then we need to take down this archdevil. Are we in agreement that we're going to do it?
Sure, but where? Do you have information for us? We can't exactly go get a devil. We don't know who the fuck it is.
I'm sorry, Fogg. Do you see her tongue in my ear? She is not here. I don't have that
I'm
information.
pretty sure that tongue's been other places, but get it in your ear so we can find out information if you do want to hunt this devil.
I will, but I want to know if the party is going to help us, first of all. If they are not willing to help, then what is the fucking point?
Well, table discussion, I guess. I'll be honest with you. I don't think it's a good time in this such. The pros of it is, if we do get a demon influence, or sorry, a devil influence, it'll probably be pretty good. Problem is the time. We don't have a lot of it right now. Things are coming down on top of us, and we need to be prepared. Which, for me, I'll swing towards. I think we should try and get this deal done, because if we could get some devils on our side, might help.
The way you were going, Falcoris, I thought you were going to change your mind, and I preferred your original answer better. But that is okay. What about the rest of us?
What? You want me to say that? No, let's. I can leave the devils.
I mean, you've got the people on your ship. Why don't you get them to join the battle?
Everybody's going to be joining the battle. That's really on.
I assume the ship's here to join the battle.
I don't know. I dealt better in the woodland than on the sea.
My primary concern, I think the Hells has a fantastic opportunity to build our forces. Maybe even find some interesting equipment that may be able to help us.
I count that as free.
I count that as free too. But
Wash, lavender.
what if that's when the Shadowfell strikes, when we're away?
Yeah, you really didn't fucking think through how we were gonna go kill an archdevil.
I plan to put in my sword through its gut.
That's not thinking it through. You've perfectly illustrated my point.
Feed me your argument, Wash.
Do you know his name? Do you know where he is? Do you know how to get to the Hells? Do you know the time it'll take? Do you know the Shadowfell attack?
I can safely say that my answer to all of your questions are Wash.
See, I didn't need you to say that. That's why I'm quite sure that you didn't think this through.
Wash, if we do this, it will give us a better chance. And if it all fails, you can take her head.
If it all fails, everyone's dead. There's no... That's just it.
I think you're swaying on the option of no.
Gee. Who'd have thought?
Lavender, what about you? Think of it, if I die doing this, you can get a dar.
That's some bribery.
I don't know.
Right. I think we need more information before we can fully commit to this. Get on to the blow on to your girlfriend, Azraelion.
It sounds like a lot of maybes and don't knows going on, you know?
Next time she appears in my chamber, Falcoris, I will ask her all the questions. But until then, I can't help you. I don't have a way of contacting her.
Then we put a pin on it right now until we have more information. Yeah?
That is fine. I do wish that she does arrive sooner rather than later, because I've written a very good poem.
Alright. Well, since we're on the topic of what the fuck we're doing, kind of waiting for this invasion, we know the final say is sitting all rear nice and comfy right now. Now we've got the Archdevil. So, Archdevil pin on it. If we're sitting here waiting, we're sitting here waiting. But the problem is I'm scared that the final say will use that as a diversion to achieve other goals.
I agree. I think we've got to factor in the greater claimer. I think whenever one of them gets bold enough to strike, the other one will likely seize the opportunity. I mean, we don't necessarily know if they're working together, but
I thought we knew that they weren't.
I mean, more generally, when it comes to this assault, I know they've got different outlooks or what, but we don't know if they're both just waiting for each other.
I think that's it. I think they might know of each other. I don't think they're working together, but like you said, waiting for one of the other ones to put the step first, and then they make their move.
I don't see them attacking each other on the battlefield. I think they'll likely sort out the victor amongst themselves once Lonthal's conquered.
If the final say's got a goal, he probably will move when this invasion hits here. But we have to make a decision. Are we committed to fighting this invasion fully? Or do we try and stop the final say as he moves, and then come back to the invasion?
I think we get the final say as they move.
It feels so much better making a decision on this if we just had any information when this attack's going to happen.
Oh. Wait, who gave us the information for this? Oh, it was the Raven Queen, wasn't it? Raven Queen told us that the invasion was coming.
Yeah.
Alright, well, not a praying type, but fuck it. I'll try. We'll see if I can get more information. Meantime, if anybody comes looking for me, I'll be in the backs praying. How fun this is gonna be. And of course, who can stand up and go to a quiet place that you can, like round and maybe by the kitchens or into the rooms or something. And I don't think I do. I think I gave it back to Joel the Raven Feather.
I believe you did.
But
I think it was the whole thing of went trying to give the olive branch to Joe when he was being a bit of a dick. You gave him it back.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
But I do have. Was it a Raven Feather she gave me to call Joel in?
Mm-hmm.
I won't use that. I'll pull that out and use that as a focus as my prayer.
Okay.
And I will make sure it's dark. Make sure it's completely as dark as I can get it. And I'll just sit on my knees, put the feather down, and just like close my eyes. In typical Falgor's faction, just kind of. Alright. I don't do this. I don't know any words or fancy phrases you've got. But put my consciousness out to you. If you could reply. And we're looking for information. We're part of this. You told us the information before. How close are they? How close is this invasion? Because we've got two eyes. Trying to follow two people. When the final say we know is in Alria. But he could be moving right now. We don't know. And this invasion you said is imminent. How imminent is it now? Is it a day? Hours? Weeks? Any sort of information you can give us, please. I'm sorry if this isn't formal enough for you, but I'm really trying. And then I'll sit in silence.
We'll come back to that. Whilst Farcoris meanders off to find a quiet space, the rest of you, anything else you'd like to know as well, and you'd like to go by cloak? Before that, is there anything else anyone else like to say about things previously discussed, or no? Okay.
What,
Azrael, and you?
sorry, do we know that the person that was delivering the tree sap, was it here she was coming to?
Part of her notes, I believe, let me get them pulled up again. I think, at the top of my head, again, I haven't got a note in front of me, but she was supposed to go shopping here. Where
Yeah.
was... What was last week's title again?
It's in
Upon Dark
handouts.
Tidings, wasn't
It's
it?
in handouts.
Oh, it wasn't handouts, yeah.
Yeah. It says, stop by Brazenfort for some supplies. Dance with my darling again.
That was it, yeah. And all
Yeah,
the last
so-
two crossed out, that was it, yeah.
Yep. So when we are out shopping, what we could do is look to see if we see the man from the memory. She did say she was going to dance with her darling once again, after getting supplies from here. Perhaps he lives here.
Sorry, I got lost.
You want to repeat what you said?
Yeah, just what Nick said there.
Yeah, it was just if she's going to dance for darling once again, then why don't we have a look for him here? If she was going to come here for supplies, maybe he's here as well.
Yeah, I think that's best approach. However, I don't know if we should reveal about the sap just yet.
All we have to say is we're looking for a man that has a similar the tattoo marking on his face.
There's something magical about this.
What about tree sap?
Yeah. I'll just pull out the little amulet. Again, just like before, take like the lockpick I keep underneath my my gauntlet out, just the teeniest little drop. And then I look for a scar that I have on me actually I'll go back to my our friend's tattoo. Because it healed a little bit of that before when I tried it.
It did, yep.
And I'll show the mark, dab out my tongue and see if.
You guys watch as Eliril, without explanation, does this. He shows he's got a... Azrael, I don't think he knew this. He's got a scar on his wrist. A pretty oddly shaped scar. Looks like a take off, like the top few layers of skin. Lavender and Wash, I believe you guys know what this was, I believe. I could be wrong there. Eliril, please come if they don't know what the tattoo was there, but...
They've seen me. I don't know if Wash would have, but Lavender would have definitely seen me flash it when I took Lavender into their friend's hideout before.
Fair enough, yeah. So Lavender, you knew there was a tattoo there, but now it's scar tissue. Wash and Azraelion, he's just showing a scar, and as he takes the tiniest little droplet of the sap and places it on his tongue, you can see in almost like when you write in the sand and the wave comes and as it retreats away, pulls back the sand to erase what you've written, some of the scar does exactly that. It's almost like the skin moves up over itself and then peels back. The scar isn't completely gone, but a good, like, from that tiny little drop, probably like 10% more has just healed by itself. And the scar tissue is shrunk down. And what is left in its wake is perfectly healthy skin.
I don't know how potent this is. I don't know the full effects of it. But this seems like incredibly powerful healing magic.
Would I know anything of the tree sap of this nature?
Can you make me either a religion or a nature check, please?
Nature for you. That is a 7.
Sadly not. You know there are various, obviously, healing salves that can be forged and created throughout the world, but made from pure nature and its ingredients, but just a sap on its own, you've not heard of this, unfortunately.
So why don't we just go find the man, say that we buried his beloved. If he asks about tree sap, we do what you do best and you lie.
I don't know if you know this, Australian. I'm not a very good liar. I just avoid getting caught so that I don't need to lie.
Then if he asks if we know what the tree sap is, then you can hide it. And I will say no.
So blunt.
I don't think you're a good liar either. I'm not going to lie to you, Australian.
You can tell you're not a good liar because you just told me the truth.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what we're going to do.
Okay, so you hide the tree sap. I will tell him no. If he gets defensive and wants to start a fight, I will punch him in the... And then we will heal his wounds with the tree sap.
I'm sure I can find maybe a less expensive way to heal him.
Come on, let us go. I want to get my cloak.
Okay.
That's brilliant.
We'll go cloak shopping then, I guess.
No, not a problem. So I'm going to guess it's definitely Azraelion and Elior going cloak shopping. Wash and Lavender, are you going suit as well to go peruse the stalls, or peruse, sorry?
Yeah, might as well have a look about, see if there's anything interesting.
Shopping episode! Cool. So, Azraelion, dish darling, what are you looking for?
I am looking for a cloak of displacement. And I know I've got a perfectly good one right there that I can skin, but I want to keep that.
He's looking for matching outfits.
Yeah.
Cool. Not a problem. A cloak of displacement, you say? Let me double check something about that one. Right, let's see how. Just want to see how easy it would be to find. Oh, okay. Can you, CV Play, make me a investigation check, please? Try and find this cloak.
Can I assist?
Sure. So you can roll with advantage, or either one of you roll individually.
So that's a 17.
17. Was that with advantage, or is that you rolling?
Yeah, that was with advantage.
Cool. No, not a problem at all. You do have a little look around, and again, you go dipping into various stores and that sort of stuff, trying to find exactly what it is you're looking for, until eventually, I say eventually, maybe within about 45 minutes or so trying to find these things, you do eventually find what you're looking for, a cloak of displacement. Again, it might not go with your aesthetic per se. This one is, whereas you got quite, I say that, what it was tailored for you was made to look more quite functional, quite practical, and that sort of stuff there. Then this matches it, but the colors aren't quite the same. But I don't know if Israel really cares about that one at the end of the day. I'm sure if I don't know fucking much of the cloak of displacement is, man.
It doesn't tell you. It's really just an DM discretion.
Yeah. Yeah. Okie dokie. Well, that's a rare item. I would say. The person that you're in the shop. What are you doing there, Jack? Have you got cramp?
I got cramp. I'm in a lot of pain.
Shopping episodes really get to the boy.
We're all getting old.
The man that you find will try to sell you at 300.
You expect me to pay 300 for the cloak? Don't you know who I am? I probably killed that fucking beast.
It was made from an enchantment, not a beast. So I doubt it.
But it's a displacer. It's a displacer beast, not a displacer enchantment.
It's a hello.
Sorry. Don't mean to interrupt. Can I investigate while he's doing that?
What are you investigating?
I want to see if this is actually a displacer cloak.
Sure,
He's
make
just trying
a-
to sell
make
my
a-
shitty cloak.
As you have so often done yourself, little snake oil salesman.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you make either an investigation or an arcana check, please, to see if this is a real cloak?
I think my modifier is the same for either, so I'll do Arcana. That is a 23.
23. You believe it to be real.
Okay.
There's nothing that would indicate otherwise. I mean, yet there are... The older cloaks were made from Displacer Beast hide, but nowadays we can do enchantments. So it's not made from actual Displacer Beasts. Thankfully.
Then if you can enchant it, then can't you enchant it to look like my fucking getup?
No, because it's this one here. And the enchantment process takes a long time.
See, as I'm investigating it, can I just put, I can tell it's not real Displacer Beast fur, it's pretty shoddy craftsmanship. And you want 300 for this?
Making a either intimidation
Is there
or
a sash check?
intimidation or persuasion, depending on how you're trying to word this.
Well, see, if he does that, can I give him like a Paddington hard stare? So it's like an intimidation.
Sure, roll intimidation with advantage. Or
Intimidation.
persuasion. Yep.
Oh, I feel like they're both awful.
Yeah,
I have no modifiers, a straight roll. Either way. 13 or 17.
17. All right. Look, it isn't Displacer Beast, of course, because again we care about animal ethics. Look, the quality it's imported. 250.
Do you know anybody else that will do this?
Why would I? I'm gonna say no to that answer.
And I'm going to ask you again. Do you know anyone else that would do this? Because if we don't buy the Displacer cloak from yourself, perhaps we will buy something else.
Exactly. I'm not gonna tell you where you can buy something else when I'm trying to sell you somewhere else. That's bad business practice. So,
Perhaps you will just go away.
if you want to, I'm sure someone else can buy it eventually.
I will go and look somewhere else.
Cool. Unfortunately, not.
Right? No, that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
It's all part of the plan endgame.
All part of the plan.
Oh,
My king, Falcoris, he holds all of the money.
How much gold do you actually have?
I have 0 gold.
I have 25.
I live in the woods. I don't deal with civilization. I don't need money. Perhaps you can steal it. Would you like
I'll
me to go and see if he has any harmony reading we can talk about? And
I'll take retribution out of the glove of storing.
Okay. That's just got the end. I don't want this music. I want the this music. Sorry, I just realized we had the tavern music on still.
That's right. If you can cause somewhat of a distraction while I investigate the cloak, I'll.
yes. Are you going to go in through the back or the front?
Honestly, have I robbed this shop before?
You not personally, I'd say, but your guys have done hits in this guy before, back in the past. Again, you've caught news of ships of like quite expensive imports coming in. This guy, you're not too sure how. This guy punches above his pay grade when it comes to what items he can bring in at times. And you've had like in other ports, manifestos get forwarded to you before it comes to the shore what he's getting imported, and sometimes it is like, holy shit, he should not be getting this. We must intercept this boy.
Oh. Honestly, Israelian, I think I'm actually thinking that just grabbing and run would be. What's he look like? How tall is he?
He's a half-elven gentleman.
Half elven.
He stands about 5'10", 5'11". Fairly well dressed, but not like dressed in luxury. He's a bit of a not scrawny, but he's sort of average build, I'd say.
Okay.
Could be a sleeper build though. You don't know.
You know what I'm gonna use actually? There's a spell. Just let me check the rulings on the spell. Distort value. I took it with the shadow touch. They're going to have not used it.
Distort value. Oh no.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's some piece of junk in my inventory I want to get rid of.
The telescope.
Oh, that was value. I already got rid of that. I take out. Oh, wait, what? I'm trying to think of a story I can spin. I take out a dice set
Okay.
and I'll distort value on it, so I'll make a little illusionary flourish and make it seem like he's like it's made out of dragon bone,
Okay.
like the finest materials inlaid with gems out of the dice.
Ooh, nice.
And I'll walk back in. I was like, you know, I was thinking, how about a trade?
Can I walk in with him?
This dice for the cloak, and I'll
Dice for a
roll
cloak
them onto
doesn't
the
seem
counter.
fair. And as you roll onto the counter, what does distort value do? Please enlighten me. I always see it distorts the value per se, but tell me
You
more.
cast a spell on an object no more than 1 foot on a side, doubling the object's perceived value. Oh fuck!
So it went from 2 gold to 4.
Flourish, so he thinks they're 2 gold worth of dice.
He sort of looks and goes, I mean, they are pretty, but I'm sorry, I can't part with it just because it looked nice.
Okay.
It's good to get. What is over here? And I'll like take him over to like a cabinet. Do you have any of the Harmony collection?
You know what? That's been a hot commodity lately. And he comes out to the shelf with you. I don't have any of the Harmony collection here. However, if you go to this shelf, and he walks you to the other side of the room,
Can I just okay?
you can see parts of the Harmony collection the other guy didn't have when you're iterating. New things to the Harmony collection.
Can I just put the cloak in the glove of storing, and then I'm heading out?
Make a sleight of hand check for me, please.
It's the cock ring.
No.
Kid, you know, I was actually typing a message to Nick as you say that, saying Harmony Collection cock ring. I've just DM Nicky a message saying that.
29.
29, easily enough. As you quickly swipe up the cloak in your bag, excuse me, without making a sound, without making a scene, your presence unknown, or what your hands have just done, you've secured the cloak. And Azraelion, he is going through parts of the Harmony collection that you've not seen before. Again, the other guy only had a couple of rings and necklaces. You can see here there's some larger necklaces, there's some brooches, there's a set of cufflinks, there's a cock ring.
I instantly ask Elril to steal me
Forget
that.
the butt plug it links to.
It vibrates when your partner's near.
Would you
Okay, that'll be good, by the way, because that'll mean you'll know she's coming.
dice set?
What was that, sorry, Azraelion?
That's good if it vibrates when she's coming near, then it means that she's on her way.
There is some serious additions to the Harmony collection that you haven't seen before, and they are officially, as you sort of say, they are. You realise that what's probably started off as some sort of little venture has now been branded, where you can actually see there now are the symbol is little love heart, which with HC in it. It is now a branded company apparently. Like,
Elril, do you think that Wash will appreciate any of this?
No.
it's so bluntly.
What do you think? Walker's
can't
just
tell.
up here, just rocking a load of jewelry, just like throwing it up. He's got a chain as well.
Yeah.
Like what? Like,
I'm just gonna.
They call him Two Chains, and it's just a double-headed flail.
I'm just gonna disrupt the stream very, very quickly. I've just got a text from my girlfriend who has never watched the stream before saying, "Cock ring, is it really?" Hey.
absolutely, best way to be.
So yeah, there we go.
Just a quick question: is she downstairs just hearing you from the?
She's in her own place, I believe.
Oh,
unless
right,
she's
okay.
stuck in. So I've got no idea where she could be actually, which is even more terrifying.
Yes, I think I will just leave all of this, and I may come back. However, yes, I will come back at a later point.
Well, you know where it is, and I will say these are selling fast. Don't know why they're so popular, but they're flying off the shelf.
Not these ones, and I'll leave.
Not a problem at all. You take your leave and make your way out into the rainy atmosphere again of Brazenfort and its city streets. And Elul, you have successfully nabbed yourself a cloak.
Hell yeah. I don't remove it just yet. I'll wait till we get...
Completely out of sight.
Yeah, probably back to the Beacon's Blessing before I whip this, isn't it?
Elru,
Yes.
you stole that for me. What can I do to repay you?
Everyone gets one. Australia. Everyone gets one.
No, you are my king. I must repay you.
I'm not your king, Australia. I was your king
This is what
for
I-
approximately 8 hours, and then I rescinded the throne to my sister.
How about this? I have an idea. How about when we defeat the final say, and we defeat the Shadowfell, and we rescue my beloved Ophelia from her archdevil captor, and we settle down and we have our little tiefling babies under the moon. I name one of them after you.
Sure.
We'll call him King.
You should do that.
Yes, I will call him King. King Ravenor. Oh, that's a good taste.
It's got a ring to it.
It does. Not a harmony ring, but a ring.
Yeah. Definitely don't put a harmony ring on your child.
Yes.
Are we in the Beacon's Blessing?
You are indeed in the Beacon's Blessing. As the ambience, could you not tell?
Yeah, that's what I thought. we were mid conversation walking in from the rain into the.
Yep.
I'll just pass on the cloak. If you get caught with it, though, it wasn't me.
I don't know who you are.
Exactly.
No, I mean I don't know who you are. You take the hood up.
If anyone asks, it's Falcor Silverin.
It is always Valkorus bought it. It's always Valkorus.
He's the one with the money, after all.
Yes. Because you have 25 monies and I have none.
Yeah.
This Valkorus takes it all.
He takes all the money. We should unionize.
Maybe you should steal the money.
Maybe I should. Then we get to spend it on what we want.
We can buy the Harmony Collection.
We could. I just realised, though, you have no money, and I did buy the last round, so I'm assuming this is also my round.
No, this is... we would just say Valkorus will pay it when he comes down.
That sounds good.
Falcorus is like sitting there in silence and goes, yeah.
Well, actually, on that note, The camera as Azraelian and Azraelian and Kelligum, sorry, make their way to the bar. The camera goes through the ceiling of this tavern. You see that this crawl space between the floorboards of the roof of the base and the floorboards of the first floor. And the camera pushes its way through till it gets to a darkened room, a little private bedroom where, of course, you're sitting just now. And you've said that little prayer that you said before, and you've been sat there waiting in silence for an answer, for a response, for anything. Now and again, you might hear against the pitter-patter of the rain outside a raven call out, and you sort of jump and look out, and there's nothing there. It's then mixed in with the sounds of the seabirds that would call this place home naturally. And you're sitting there further and further into the darkness of prayer, basically. You're waiting. And you feel something begin to creak and creep into your mind. Doesn't feel right, doesn't feel healthy, doesn't feel like it should be there. It feels as if right now long, spindly fingers are slowly cracking your skull open with little drill nails and going through the bone into the brain, and it's almost like the hands are trying to peel back your head. And you feel cold. You feel wet. You feel uncomfortable. As brave as you may be, you don't feel safe where you are right now. There is danger here.
I will summon the sword.
You fail to summon the sword.
Instantly, now I'll open my eyes and start checking my surroundings.
Where you stand isn't where you left, and what you see before you is an odd sight. You can see what looks to be a barren wasteland of lands that you don't think you recognize. There's nothing but a long plain stretches out before you, with deadwood trees with no leaves on them, branches that reach out like crooked fingers into a dark sky. Can I get you to make a perception check for me, please?
Yes. That is a 16.
16. So as you're standing there in the distance, you see it. It's huge. It's gargantuan, it's bigger, it's impossibly large. It walks on 6 legs. It's got a stance very gorilla-like, where the 2 back legs are quite short in comparison to the 4 upper legs that sort of keep its chest and head raised up. And with each knuckle that slams into the ground, you can tell it's miles away. In your head, you can feel that as its knuckles punch the earth. It's too big. You feel scared. The creature stands up from miles away on its comparatively tiny hind legs, and it reaches up into the sky with its 2 most forward arms, and it peels the sky back, as if drawing the curtains in the morning. And what was a dark sky rips open, and golden light shines through. God rays, like clouds, like sunbeams that pass through the clouds, spill over this creature. And still it peels the sky back further and further, until it reaches the point where it can't go any more. And still the sky showers this creature in gold. But you can tell the rip, it goes further. It's like a fault line in the earth has been created. And that's when you hear the screams that pierce your ears. And as you're sort of standing there, you just watch the sky above you now crack and splinter. You feel rain. But it's not raining. You brush your cheek and it's crimson. white feathers begin to fall down before, alongside these feathers, winged humanoids with gorgeous white wings begin to fall from the heavens and hit the ground with wet thuds. You then see, as you sort of look through the blood rain, sheltering your eyes a little bit because you can still feel there's something beyond this crack. You're scared, Falcoris, but there's something in this that you're trying to see, that you need to understand. You can see gold. There's a shape. It's a golden gate. And it is not open, but broken. Can you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Oh boy.
This is why you don't turn to religion in moments of turmoil.
No, I like. Falcoris was also destined for hell, and this is him trying to break out. Anyways, wisdom saving throw, yes.
Please.
That would be dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You feel your heart racing too fast. You are hyperventilating. And I know I've said it a few times, but I cannot stress it enough. You are scared.
Falcoris will be like checking his surroundings constantly, trying to find an exit. I know obviously you've said about the Golden Gates, but he's looking for other options just in case that fails.
Falcoris, the Golden Gates are miles in the sky. They're in the atmosphere.
Then Falcoris is
You
looking.
can't reach. And as you're looking around, that's when you then see it. In front, in the distance, where you see this creature holding the sky and the wound it's created open. Walking forward towards you. It's a very, very, very familiar figure. He drags a purple axe. Oh, sorry. He wears purple's armor and he drags a gnarled axe through the ground as he walks towards you.
Relax.
Not a purple axe, sorry. He wears purple armor and he drags a big axe. I don't know why I said purple. Yeah. You see the final say.
I was going to say it's the final say, isn't it?
Yeah, walking towards you.
Okay. Falcoris is going to start taking steps back and just like watching him come towards him and just be like, is this you doing? Whatever the fuck this is.
The final say doesn't answer you as he keeps walking towards you. Before he starts jogging towards you.
Do I see any sort of exits?
No.
Do I see any
You're
sort
in
of
an
cover?
You're in a very, very exposed open plain. With crimson rain that falls upon you. The body of angels that are thrown from the heavens.
Would you allow
And the
me
final say now.
to do one more save? And I would like to do this on the basis of if I fail, I'm stuck and basically paralysis. Paralysis. I can't even see it.
Paralysis?
Fear. Yes, fear, where I just rooted to the spot. Or if I pass, I believe Falcoris would be like, not get over the fear, but the fear drives him, and he charges the final say and thinks, well, if this is going to be my fucking end, I may as well go down fighting.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me then, please.
That's probably going to pass. It's 21.
21. Your nose starts bleeding. As you then pick up that courage might be a strong word, but that ounce of strength, and you run towards the final say, who is now broken into a full sprint before you.
Fight or flight, basically, and Falcoris has obviously just decided fight.
And as the two of you meet, you without a sword, him with an axe, you collide into each other, and there is just darkness. You are not in a bloody field anymore. The final say isn't there. There is no sky with a wound in it. There is no sky, period. There is just darkness. It's still cold. And you still feel the aftershocks of fear. You're still breathing really heavily. You're still sweating. You're still shaking. And a voice comes in the darkness. Omnipresent, and yet so far away at the same time. It's both in your ear and on the other side of the room. And the voice says simply, "They've come. The distraction is in motion. Help us."
So the final size of target. Right. Send me back. What the fuck?
The blackness holds you a little bit longer than you'd like it to. It gets that point where you sort of you want to say, "Did you hear me?" or like call out again for a response. And as you though blink, you find yourself back in the room where you were in the Beacon's Blessing, both nostrils covered in blood.
And I'll like go up against the wall and summon a sword.
As you go against the wall and summon the sword, can I get you to make a quick perception check for me, please?
I think I've got a +10. That's a 13.
13. Out of the corner of your eye, you swear something fizzles out. Like someone's just a candle in the corner of your eye.
I'll look and just be like, "Is that the fucking architect?" Fucking, I can't speak today.
You and me both, brother.
Is that the fucking architect? And then I'll summon a sword. Does it come to my hand?
It does with labor. As you then hear in your head, "You nearly opened a portal again. Fuck me."
Wait, that was me? What?
Well, no, she came. But then your anxieties came up and you nearly summoned the dogs again. But I got you.
I'm sorry, Lucia.
No, fucking hell, don't be sorry.
Did you see that?
No, I was too busy looking at other things.
That was fucked up. We need to go tell the others.
Was
The invasion's not what we need. It's the final say we need to go for. Something's about to happen. He's ripping open the heavens. We need to move. And I'll stumble across, I'll stumble across the room, but as I stumble and kind of fall to the floor a little bit, I'll pick up the feather, the jaw feather we'll call it, I suppose.
Yep.
Tuck that away, and then I will open the door, kind of stumble across the halls, still with my sword out, blood pouring down me, and then I will literally go down wherever, to however the Beacon's blessings laid out, to where I know the party is.
Downstairs. During this time, as Falcoris is in this dreamscape, we'll call it, you guys are all sitting there. Again, Falcoris just very kindly brought around on you guys. It's very, very generous of him, adding it to his tab. All four of you, which is quite lovely as well. The door to the Beacon's Blessing opens. I beg your pardon, sorry. And a man steps inside. He leaves the door open for but a moment as he removes a long waterproof cloak and he flicks the rain droplets attached to the back of it outside. He then removes a tricorn hat and does the very same thing before he turns over to his right hand side to hang both items of clothing on a rack that's positioned near the door. He then wipes his very militarized boots on the doormat, removing as much mud and water as he can from the bottoms. Sanaf Torin, or as most of you know him as Uncle San, steps through the door, finally closing it behind him. He wears something that you guys have seen him not wear before. The uniform of a very true naval officer of Brazenfort. He wears a deep navy blue coat adorned with golden buttons and stripes that identify rank. Underneath is a white shirt buttoned up to the very top of the neck, which he can still say he's not comfortable with, but he still wears it, obviously. He wears black plain trousers with similar coloured boots that come up, that as we haven't mentioned, that come up just above his calves. At the side is a rapier that is holstered. Its ornate bronze yet coloured gold handle catches the candlelight as he walks inside the tavern. He sees you all, minus Falcoris, and offers you all a warm smile and heads in your direction, closing the distance and pulling up a seat next to you all. Well, good afternoon there. That's not Uncle Sam's voice, but I don't give a fuck anymore.
Uncle Sam?
How the fuck does he actually sound again? Just gruff, wasn't it?
It was just kind of gruff and
How you doing? Been a pleasure to see you all again.
Yes, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Falcoris is around somewhere. I think he's turned to religion.
Oh well.
And he's
Whatever.
dying times.
Whatever gets
He's
you
very
down,
devout.
guys.
He needs to pray weekly. It's kind of annoying, actually.
Oh, who's he signed up to?
I don't know.
Which one's the
like
goddess
Raven
of
Queen or
peace,
something?
just for the fun of it?
What was that, sorry?
Which one's the goddess of peace? Is it Lythander or something?
Lythander, yeah.
He's
Yep. Oh, Lythander, yeah.
yeah.
Can I get you both to make deception checks, please? He's gonna make an
No.
insight check.
That was. Actually, wait, I got decent charisma.
Yeah, but I rolled a 2.
Okay, I rolled 11, so
11. He's buying it into this whole time. And you sort of see him go, right, okay.
Unironically, though, he is praying.
Well, that's fine. I was told to come and collect you guys. He asked to see the commander, and I'm here to be your envoy. So, we'll not disturb the man if he looks towards Ewash, praying to Lathander. We'll let him take a time, and we'll go as a group. I think there's some people that might want to meet you, and vice versa.
Are you wanting a drink? Falcoris has a tab open if you.
Sure. I'll pick him up on that. Yeah, let's do it.
I just wave over one of the doors and
Yeah, they
That's
give
nice.
him give him a beer, and he nurses it. And maybe only 5-ish minutes later, you hear, all of you guys hear, San included, off-kilter footfalls that are heavy, stumbly, as if someone is trying to run whilst drunk. Before coming down the stairs at the back of the tavern, a bloody-faced Falcoris emerges with the sword drawn. And your Uncle San, as Falcoris, you come down the stairs, is sitting there again. You've not seen wear a uniform in a long-ass time. Properly, anyway. And he sees you, and his eyes sort of go a little bit wide-eyed as he sees you coming down, sword out, blood over your face. What in the gods?
I'll kind of stumble to the table and put my hands on. I'll desummon a sword essentially and put my hands on the table and just be like, "They're here. The invasion's here. It's imminent right now." But the Raven Queen's told me to look for the final say. He's opening up the heavens or something. She just put me through fucking
Whoa.
torture.
Boy, slow down. Sit.
I don't think we've got time.
Sit.
Just kind of set like pure.
He's doing that. You know he does it before, and it winds you up when you were a teenager, and it winds you up now. I would say it's that thing where it's like when you're too flappy and panicky, he becomes the voice of reason, where he will try to anchor you and ground you. He's not being a dissing, he's thinking he's being a dick. He's done this to you before, Falcoris. When you have very rare moments, Uncle San is that man that can bring you back down again.
To
Speak.
the dwarves to get him a drink.
On my tab.
Yep. Your friend said you went up to your room to pray. Walk me through it.
The information we got about the invasion already came from the Raven Queen. I decided to try and talk to her again to find out when. A more detailed time. I sat for ages waiting for her, and I'll kind of be waiting the blood away.
Mm-hmm.
The vision was... I don't even know how to explain it. It wasn't even the Shadowfell. It was like some fucked up plane of existence that I was in. I seen this creature, 6 legs, massive, and I mean like beyond anything you could comprehend. This thing was huge. It ripped open the skies, and when it ripped open the skies, it started bleeding. It started raining blood from the sky itself. Angels were falling, like the feathers were coming down and basically falling out of the sky. And then I seen the final say. He started walking towards me. He knew I was there. He could see me. Now, I don't know if this was all the Raven Queen's sort of description and trying to get me blood up, whatever it is. It came sprinting towards me. In that moment, I decided, fuck it. If I was going down, I was going down fighting. And, we clashed. As we clashed, well, like I said, I can't explain it. I was in darkness and I heard a voice. She said that the invasion was here. They were here. The diversion was complete. The diversion, like, something like that. The diversion was here. I think she's trying to say that we shouldn't go after the invasion. We should be concentrating on the final say, because the final word she said was help us. I think he's after the gods.
Your Uncle Sam sort of looks at you, then looks around the rest of the table, and then Emma, on you go, sorry.
Do we need to head out here?
She didn't tell me where. She didn't tell me where to go. But if anything, we know he was in Alria. We need to try and figure out if we can get to Alria.
Well, then you'll definitely want to speak to who I've been sent to bring you before.
Sorry, Uncle Sam. It's good to see you. In a get-up.
It's good to see you too. Don't hug me. You're covered in blood, and this is a nice suit.
Right. Whatever we're doing, we need to move fast.
Look. Well, I think it can wait for you to wipe your face, finish your drink.
Of course, we'll
You
donut.
look like shit. Yep, very good. Well done. Good boy. All of you, get ready. We're gonna go aboard the Kyron's Bane. Your question, audience, they heard.
Alright. Right. And then I'll stand up and I'll go towards Nesva and the others. And then don't have to RP it, but I'll quietly tell them. Shit's about to go down. Shit's about to go down. Start getting ready, please.
She, again, will not RP it, but she gives you the same answer as last time, where her answer of being ready is staying put.
I'm not
Whatever
saying
comes,
I'm not saying for
yeah.
her to run. Just here it
Yeah,
comes. Whatever you're planning.
So her idea, whatever comes, will be met with force from them. But with that, your Uncle Sam sort of rallies you all up, sort of thing. You all get your waterproofs on and start heading towards. I'm assuming all of you anyway.
Just while they're getting ready, can I like just take 10 minutes to cast Find Familiar again?
Yep.
To summon my my magpie to me.
Excuse me.
And then I'll illusion script. Shit. I speak paint. I'll illusionary script a message just for Elena. Conveying what Falcors has said. And that we're likely heading to Aria. And set the magpie on its way back to her.
Not a problem at all. You do exactly that, sending back the magpie, which takes flight in the rain and disappears off to the northwest, I guess, if memory serves me and compass points well. But you all take that time once you finish getting your magpie ready and sending it away. The rest of you getting dressed and ready for the water and the rain ahead. Make your way out into the city streets. And the hustle and bustle doesn't really catch you that much. You're too distracted with Falcoris's odd pressing news about the visions he saw in Falcoris. I will say this for you. I'm going to sort of railroad you a little bit here. You can't get the image of a sky being physically ripped open. Now and again, you'll just find yourself looking up at the rain and almost expecting what is rain to be red. And you almost expect to see behind the clouds is a gash in the sky, but you know it was a vision. And you have to keep centering yourself. You're still riding that adrenaline rush from what you saw. Excuse me. But you make your way down to the docks. You are then put upon one of the little towboats. Uncle San obviously leading the way the whole time. And you guys make your way over to... On this tugboat, sorry. sailing across. The short journey takes about only 10 minutes, if that, to get to the Chiron's Bane. And again, you will see it for the first time. An impossibly large ship, larger than the rest. It dominates the port, to say the very, very least. Excuse me. Let's see how. As you get closer, there's one of those little floating pontoon sort of gangways that sort of nestled around the stern or the starboard side of the ship, which you guys all get offloaded on. There's a little rope bridge that then takes you up to the very, very top deck. Standing on top of the deck is a man that none of you have ever seen before. Excuse me. What you see before you is a human man, probably in his late 50s, if not so, or just about that. He has a large beard with a mustache that is waxed and slightly twirled at the tips. On each of his fingers, 9 of them in total, he has rings of different colors. He is very grey. Even his skin tone is a little bit grey and a bit sickly. So I just lost his fucking description there. He is missing his left eye. Across the left side of his face is a horrifically large, gnarled scar that basically starts on the bridge of his nose and goes across his whole cheekbone and past to his ear. Is a horrific scar to look at. He smiles at you in a... It's not a warm smile by any stretch of the imagination. It's a smile that identifies him as a friend, but that's kind of where it ends. He wears a very, very long tailcoat, the tips of which almost touch the floors at its tips. It's colored a light blue with white edges. He wears a traditional tricorn hat, but it's adorned with a stupidly large feather and plume. As he gets closer to you to sort of outstretch a hand towards you, the smell of cologne, that smoking cinnamon-like, washes over you. And as he gets closer, it is too strong. He's drowned himself in this scent. And he introduced himself to you all as Grand Admiral Flint. And you find yourself here on the Chiron's Bane, my pride and joy. I believe that one of y'all number wanted to see me.
It's him. I'm not pointing to him.
My name's Falcor Silren. I was part of the Riptide Defenders for a while. I became part of the Mirage unit under Commander Rocknusk's command. I was captain for it. I was obviously disbanded before the new one came along, and now I'm part of the Twilight Company, Defenders of the Throne of Lornstall.
Quite the introduction to yourself there.
This is the Twilight Company, and I'll introduce.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Give him a courteous bow.
I ain't gonna be as fancy as you. I'm Grand Admiral Flint of the Chiron's Bane. And I've been summoned because there is a fucking emergency.
Which I have new news on.
Well, save your voice for a second, and we'll go down the stairs into the meeting room. And if there's important news, you can share it amongst the class. Mr. Zillerman.
Be a pleasure.
Follow me. And he turns and he walks down a small sort of set of stairs, as you sort of expect, normal sort of ship layout. You go down only one deck below, where you then see there's a large... Where's my mouse gone? There it is. A large meeting sort of areas already been set up, makeshift. It's not really like a permanent sort of thing. It's just in where there's the storage unit. You can see there's bed bunks around the side. They've sort of dragged over some of the barrels and tables and put like planks wood on top of it to make a makeshift war sort of table, so to speak. Now, in the meeting with you guys is yourselves, Grand Admiral Flint, your Uncle Sam, Jazz Ingareth, the Tiefling captain that you spoke about earlier, Commander Rocknurse, Harlan Rocknurse is there. Other people that you don't know, but are probably captains of other ships in the port just now, seeing as how busy it is. can I get you all to make me some perception checks, s'il vous plaît?
26.
Oh, wash. I can see you giggling away there. 26.
1.
1.
22.
22.
10.
10. Washes. That's a nice ship.
It's a nice ship.
Common doesn't have dark vision L.
I punched the rogue.
You can't see the rogue.
It's fine.
What's initiative?
Punching somebody in a dark room is a victimless crime.
Like your style, kid. And Lavender, your perception check, please, when you're ready, my dear. Let's make sure it was
18.
18. Lovely. Those who got above a 15 can see there's sort of two captains, again, presumably captains off to the side, a male and a female, that are full elves, and they sort of seem to be part of the meeting. Definitely, they're not like, you know, not wanted. They are definitely supposed to be here, but they do seem to be. Whereas there's a circle around the table, these two seem to be just on the outside of it, still looking over, but not in the direct circle. It's a bit odd, almost like an orbit of this meeting. Before anybody else goes speak, you can see that Commander Harlan goes to sort of say something, seeing you, Falcoris, before Flint almost shuts him up, and you've never seen the commander be quiet for another man when he's about to take the floor. Now, I've been out in the ocean doing my own little thing, defending Lorenthal and what it stands for. And you've all brought me here in the Chiron's Bane. For an invasion, you say. Now, this boy here points towards you, Falcoris. Says you used to work for you, Commander. Mole Mirage Unit. I've heard of them. What the fuck am I doing here, finally? Now that we can actually get some balls rolling, apparently. The commander sort of gives you a little look, Falcoris, so that sort of look of thank you for coming, like a little nod in your direction. Before he even speaks up. Fuck me.
You've chosen the voices for tonight, man.
I did. Well, what has been relayed and informed is there is an invasion from the Shadowfell. A group of Shadow Kai, led by an individual called the Great Reclaimer, seeks to, well, take over Lorenthal and maybe lands as a whole. We need to make sure that doesn't happen. Brazen Fort is vulnerable to an ocean attack. Brazen Fort's held its own for many years. It's got the sea wall, it's got the tsunami armada, it's got the Riptide defenders on land. It's got Pravmar backing it up now. Why is it so vulnerable, Commander? It's an enemy we don't know. You may not have known this, but it's believed that they've got creatures we're not used to. Teleportation methods we're not akin to. We're not sure how this attack's gonna go down. They don't play by the rules we're used to. So we need you. Might I just remind you, I've been out in the lovely land of Alria just now, playing with an enemy that does something very, very similar. Do you think that's more important than this invasion that you're proposing is only gonna happen? The commander still looks towards you as the group.
If I may. Admiral, I don't know if you pray to any gods.
Grand Admiral.
Grand Admiral, if you pray to any gods.
No.
Then... And I'll look at Commander Rocknarsh and go... Can all ears hear what I'm about to say, fully?
He sort of gives a nod, and everyone in the room, almost like as if like reassuring you, gives their own individual nods as well. Even though it doesn't carry authority, but the commander certainly does.
We've been liaison with the Raven Queen. She has told us the information in the invasion, and more importantly and urgently, she just gave me a new vision. She said the invasion's here. we're imminent, which means they're probably on the shores coming towards us right now. Well, the information she gave me is we're obviously going to have to defend Brazenfort, but we need a way to get to Elria. Me and the Twilight Company need to find the final say. He is launching an attack from what I believe the vision she gave me on the gods themselves. If the gods fall, the rest of this place will fall as well. Now, forgive me for being quite brass about this. We've been fighting this battle for a while. The Great Reclaimer and his Shadow Kai has been coming through. We've obviously had people imprisoned, fought them. We had the ship on land. We've seen what they can do with teleportation. We've seen what they've been doing. They've been testing us. And they're coming now. That's the Brazenfort side of things. The final say, we have battled. We found out that the final say that we fought was just an animated bit of armor, basically, part of his soul. But now he has that was one part that we need to get rid of. We got rid of that. But now the actual final say is out there in Elria. We know that. He's somewhere in Elria. He might have moved. We don't know that information. But we need to move now. Final say is dangerous. And I know the invasion is coming. But I have full trust in the armies that are here. And the people that are ready to defend their homes for Lorenthal. But I do want to put forward, there may be a chance to end this without too much bloodshed. We do have information that we could do this peacefully. These people who are coming from the Shadowfell really want to just live in a place that's abundant with good soil, flowers, crops, not the ashen land that they call the Shadowfell. They call home for the now. That's why they call it the Great Reclaimer, I believe. We have a man who has been living here under the crown as a prisoner. He's been gardening in his own place. He's happy. And he said that there might be a chance that we can turn this around and be peaceful. Come to an agreement. I believe that should be something we highly consider without the needless bloodshed for everybody. But my company have not seen this yet. They've not seen the vision that I've seen. I would pray to the Raven Queen for more direction. She said help us, as if the gods are under attack. And I believe that is, right now, probably more imminent than anything else. I am not somebody of the gods. I can tell you that now. I have never bothered with the gods. But the vision she gave me, something like I've never seen before. So, Grand Admiral, I beg you, if you've been Elria and you've been fighting their fronts, let us take your ship with you as a command. Let it take us to Elria. Drop us off, and then go and fight the fights.
Think you can just say words and steer the Karen's bane like that? Bold. I'll give you that. Very bold. Now, I am very aware of the gods, and I'm very aware that we are in dire times. Of course, I'm not dismissing your claims. But we are dealing with an invasion. I can't help Olympus. But I can help Brazenfort.
We don't necessarily need the Canyon's Bane. The Canyon's Bane is much better suited with the people. What we do need is a small ship that can get us through. And Elra will address the rest of the room. Is our captain here brave enough? Time to earn your name in the stories.
Everyone sort of looks left and right. And Flint then sort of stands up straight. Are you saying that I'm not brave enough?
I'm saying you're too valuable to be taken out of this. I need someone that's competent, someone for a smaller ship. that can actually get us into Aria,
Any ship that's gone
preferably
near,
discreetly.
any ship that's gone near Aurea ain't made it back. And I'm not saying that as a threat, I'm telling you that as a fact. We've been bombarding it from the shores. And it pains me to say it, but we've not been able to get too close, even with our Kraken cannon. We can't get close to it. Any captain, and he sort of addresses them at that point, it's a suicide mission. And I would rather, if you are defenders of the throne, which I know you are, we didn't toss your lives aside. It's too dangerous.
Well, at the moment, it's the only option we have. Unless we can think of another one.
This invasion. I will come back to your Aurea problem in a moment. But you say this invasion's here now, correct?
That's what the Raven Queen said. The invasion's here.
Alright.
The diversion is complete for the final say.
Alright. That we can 100% address. I've been master of the waves for near enough my whole life. I've lost everything. I've fought my way to the top and held on to what I've got with an iron death grip. I built the most awe-inspiring ship in Tsunami Armada, and my teachings of naval warfare are still rolled out to any aspiring captain in this country. The Chiron's Bane is unrivaled, unyielding, and unwilling to surrender. I am the Grand Admiral, and I will not stand idle whilst a foreign threat rides the waves towards my shore. It is with the flash of cannons, the yells of sailors, and the crashing of waves, and the catching of strong winds that I will make sure Brazenfort will not become a battleground. Captain Torrin, your Uncle Sam sort of straightens up a little bit. I know what you've got. A ship that flies no flag. And a captain that's a fucking loose cannon. I do. There's your ride. The Chiron's Bane will escort you to the edge. You will need our bombardment to get even remotely close. But once you get past the threshold, a couple 100 meters offshore, you're on your own. And we will be joining the fight. You speak of peace with these people, that's fine. If they want peace, we'll give them one chance. But the second one of their cannons flash, you bet your asses all of mine will.
You're not asking that anyone roll over. Just consider mercy.
I understand. I might be a bastard, tough, and I've killed folk. But I do know I would much rather save my ammunition for a more worthy adversary. If I can shake hands with somebody, I'd much rather do that. But if not, I have no hesitation otherwise. That's on them. So, when you heading out?
As soon as we can.
Well, Torrin, you better get your ship ready then. Bring your captain to heel. And when you're ready, send the word. And the Intrepid and the Chiron's Bane will head off to Aurea. And much like yourself, Alcorus, I'm not a religious man. But God's help us all.
I do have a little bit more information with the peace side of things. If you've come across a Shade of Kai called Narel, I think that was what it was. I've got it as Narel or Navel. I can't remember what it is.
I believe it was Narel, but yeah, either way.
Narel. Right. He was the brother of the person that we've got living within Lorenthal. He said to us to get him on side. There's a phrase that he gave that they had last convo before they split up. There's an idiot for beliefs, but merit and weight to his words. If you say that to him, those exact words, we might be able to get him on board. Now, the way he was talking is as if he's somebody important within this Shadowkai army. He might be able to turn the tide for us, help us find the peace. Try.
I will.
And now I'll look at Commander Rock. I'll look at my Uncle San and just be like, "Duh, is it who I think it is? The ship."
He doesn't look at you. He's just more looking like straight ahead past the Grand Admiral and sort of gives a very, very slow nod with his eyes shut.
All right.
We have a crew this time, though.
All right.
We just need to stock up and supply and get it moving.
To everyone in this room, I wish you good luck. The battles ahead are going to be messy, and don't get me wrong, it could be your last. I know for certain where we're going, we'll be running into this with that in mind as well. The first and foremost priority is our people, defending them. But we'll try and be better people than anybody else. Give that peace. We're going to try and find this final say and finish it. And then we'll try and join the battle afterwards if it's still going on. If we make it through. Wish you all good luck. Godspeeds. And hopefully, at the end of all this, we can sit on this ship and have a good drink together as victors.
Normally when you give a rallying speech like that, there'd be like the sound of cheers, maybe the clinking of tankards getting banged together and that sort of hoorah sort of vibe. There isn't. You can tell the words have carried, and there is that nod of, we could do this, but everyone knows what's at stake here is not stacked too well. But the words carry. At that point, your Uncle San sort of gives you all a nod. Well, we, best get to it. Ivanesh, you should speak to him first. The first mate. Get things organized. Grand Admiral, genuine pleasure. Flint just gives him a nod.
As we're kind of being ushered out, I'll just kind of, Captain Ingrid, can I have a word?
The tiefling woman, of course. Captains? And she sort of walks back towards you again. I'm guessing you guys find like a little private-ish sort of area?
Yeah. And we don't have to RP yet. I'll basically tell her about Hex.
Yeah.
How I was
Yep.
deceived, how I thought she was a hero, how I was pushing the medal and everything, so you're the hope of the people and stuff like that, and then what I found out.
She goes quiet after you tell the story. Well, not the story, the truth of Hex. And she then just sort of... Well... I don't know, she did still save the ship and bring the people home. Well, their new home. But yes. It's shit. But, it doesn't add up to me from what she's told me, but, you know, what we spoke about on that ship came from the heart from her. About her son. And everything that happened.
I think she's conflicted, honestly. I think she's found power in the wrong place.
Maybe.
I will give her a chance to leave the final say behind and come back to the good side, to fight for the right side. But I'm telling you now, she only gets one.
I don't care what you do. Just do the right thing, whatever it is.
I'll try.
Also, she sort of leans towards you. You should probably know as well. Those two on the outside. She was sort of gesturing towards, like, over her shoulder to the two elves that have been sort of in the room. I believe envoys of your father. Word gets around. The Republic might be coming to help.
We need them.
They're seeing what they're willing to sacrifice, I believe.
That's funny. Because if Brazen falls, the rest of Lowenthal does. Where do you think they're going to go next?
Trust me, I do think they understand the gravity of the situation. I think they also don't want to overstep boundaries and make it look like they're bailing us out.
Politics.
From my understandings, exactly. I don't care. All I know is the Crest's Pride, my ship will be going back into sea. And who knows? Maybe I'll see the city again, maybe I'll see the deep dark abyss. I don't care. It is what it is.
Like I said to them, good luck and Godspeed.
The same to you.
And I'll hold out my hand for her to shake.
She shakes it quite happily. Now you've got a ship to prepare. You and your friends.
Yeah. Alright. Hopefully I see you on the other side. No. That kind of sounds weird. Here. Brazenfort. Beacon's blessing. Drink afterwards, after this thing. Everybody can celebrate. No,
I will.
not the
You're
afterlife.
Flirting, are you?
No,
You're not
no,
flirting,
no.
are you?
I just realised what I said. Sounds like I said, I'll see you in the
Not-
afterlife. I don't mean that. Right, I'll catch you later. And he walks away.
Walks away red-faced.
Yeah, like, fuck.
As red-faced as her face naturally is. You guys get on the little towboat with your Uncle Sam, leaving everybody else behind. And your party is taken back to the shore. Now, we're going to skip ahead a little bit, because basically I'm going to assume that unless there's anything else you guys want to do, please tell me, it's basically getting the ship ready. The ship isn't ready to set sail yet. You see the Intrepid is docked. You see, as promised, the first mate and the captain are there. Your Uncle Sam basically gets all the orders ready for it all. What they need to stock up on. And he gives the order that they're going light with the cannons. We're not going in for a shooting mission. This is, we need to be as quick as we can, make the ship as light as possible, but not undefended all the same. There's still a journey to happen to get to Aria. And the ship and its crew begin to do that. And as you sort of say, unlike all the other ships in the port that wave the flags or their various nations, colors and whatnot, the Intrepid flies none. The Intrepid is also, since you last saw it as well, colored darker than all the other ships that are around it with its paint job. Very much Falcorus reminiscent to the ship that you once saw on its side in the grassy field. Trying to match that color.
When we see the captain, I can't remember her name because I've been looking for it.
Yeah, I was looking for the exact same thing. I believe, or was it again? I've got the wrong thing here.
I have been looking
I
for
don't know. It's on my notes somewhere, but I've got the wrong fucking thing as well.
Well, I would see the
do
captain
apologies.
and the first mate if he's there. But,
Yeah, the big hulking form of Ivanish, yeah.
and just to be like, right, well, how are you used to holding up? Because what's the last time we seen them? They were death's door.
Ivanish, again, he is a very broad, very tall dark elf. Or Shadokai, sorry, not dark elf at all. It's like completely like Shadokai. He is a mountain of a man. You can tell he's lost a little bit of weight from recovery, but that doesn't make him any less imposing or terrifying to look at. And as you're sort of asking how he's doing, you can see that he doesn't carry a single sword, dagger. He's again got that open waistcoat sort of look. And around his hands, he basically has his wrists wrapped in thick rope with iron bars that go across his knuckle as makeshift knuckle dusters. And that can still move his fingers and do work with. And he sort of just gives you a look of, ready. And the captain, she looks to you and goes, you saved us. We are ready to repay our debt. As promised, the ship is yours and we shall go set To sail, I have been told we are going to hell itself again. Auraria, I believe you pronounced it.
Fast,
Alaria.
fast as you can go.
You gave me a fast ship. We'll make that a good time, but we're gonna be slowed down by that thing. She points towards Kyron's Bane.
Yeah,
Too
but
big, too slow.
it's got the firepower to get us through.
Sure. Just don't hit my ship.
All right. And then I'll just kind of go back to the party, and I'll for the first time tonight, essentially, in this whole thing, for course, just slump into a seat and just be like, "That was fucked up. What I seen from the Raven Queen. That's why I don't do fucking gods."
You look shaken.
You can say that. One other thing. I don't know if you remember way back. I don't think you were here as Rayleon for it. But remember when I almost opened a portal before?
Mm-hmm.
I nearly done it again. Apparently. Well, according to Lucia. And she managed to shut it off. So, just as a note, that's on the table again. Just in case anything happens.
I think you need to rest up.
I think we all do.
It's been a long day, but I think especially for you, don't take a watch tonight, okay?
Yeah. I don't know how you do it, Wash. I don't know if your god shows you fucked up things that's out of this fucking world.
Mine didn't speak to me for most of my life,
I mean,
and
fair.
then sent me to go fight what was under dream. So, to each their own, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, the gods are as flawed as the rest of us. They have them asking us for help.
That was our last words. Help us.
Must just be a little bit of a mind reader then. Should maybe sleep inside the tent tonight? As weird as that may sound.
In the tent on the ship.
Yeah,
I mean,
I just don't want someone unleashing hellhounds on an enclosed space.
he's, to be fair, he's got a point.
Yeah, you say hellhounds and I get PTSD.
Same,
I mean,
bro.
it'll be much more efficient as well in terms of space if we just set up inside like the broom closet or something.
I don't think the tent's gonna fit inside the broom closet.
I mean, you've not seen the closet. It could be a big closet.
We can try.
He has got you there.
We can try.
How big's the closet, Matt?
Not that big.
Not that big.
Right, I'll open the door and be like, yeah, not fitting in there. Ellery,
Okay. Well, maybe we can find another space.
probably on the top deck. It's probably the only space we're gonna get.
Yeah, okay, fine. Sounds good.
Listen, guys, I can't get out of the feeling that whatever the fuck we're about to face is something we've, like, way beyond anything we've ever fought before. That thing I seen was crazy. I'm scared that we go into this and we lose lives.
Yeah, it is a possibility.
We all know what we're getting into.
Alright. Alright. until real we go.
Earlier.
And then Falcors will get up, get the tent, and start finding a way to fucking set it up on the top deck. Using ropes to tie it to the railings at the
Yep.
side and all that kind of stuff.
You do exactly that, and you do figure it out and get it all secure, safe, and happy at the end of the day. The tent is erected, and you guys all pile in and find yourselves. Again, it's probably getting a bit late in the day at that point, maybe the early evening, and find yourself some rest. And one by one. Oops, sorry, on you go, Elio, please.
At one point, can I ask Falcors, go ahead, just knock on his door?
Come in.
I didn't want to trouble you when you had a long day, but if I don't make it through, there's a couple of things I need you to know. And I'll produce a little piece of paper that I've written, cast a illusionary script on it, and pass it to him. I can't risk it being scragged. And I'll send Andy directly the message.
Perfect.
Okay.
Secrets.
I'll tell you what it is as well, Matt, just so you know.
Secret channel. Cool.
But then I'll just leave and go to bed.
Fuck, you don't even let me reply. Alright, well, bye. Have a good sleep while I try and fucking decipher this.
Yeah, he's done it in Thieves' Cant again. The
Well, that's why I was scoping out the Thieves' Cant, if I can hide it in that as well.
Yeah, well, I suppose while Jack's sending me that, I'll just be reading it in the corner. Let you carry on.
I was gonna say we are gonna
um,
get to sleepy bye time in a wee second, but yeah, I'll let you guys, if you need to RP this, finish off. Unless Jack is just a
I just spark notes.
cool.
All
No
right.
problem at all.
Falcors will probably read it, be like, and then just okay, and then he'll turn and I don't have anyways. Is there a candle here? Is there something to burn?
Yeah, there's 100% candle. Yeah,
He'll burn a bit of paper.
cool.
And then go to sleep.
And with that, you all find rest and relaxation in the safety of your tent. And one by one, quite easily and quite happily, sleep does take you all, one by one, as if just plucking you away, person by person. Wash. Don't shake your head.
Called it, man. I'm sitting there, it's like this pause feels like a wash-related pause.
Is that a vibe, was it? You awaken in a beautiful, peaceful landscape. You feel the heavy armor rest on your shoulders, but your feet don't seem to bear that weight. You feel a little bit lighter. Lighter in the physical sense that we just described, but also lighter in the sense of the soul, as if someone's just taken an anxiety off your shoulder. As if someone's just decided to help lighten the load a little bit. And as you sort of open your eyes and look around, you are washed and bathed in white golden light.
Just like the like when you go into a room and you turn on a light, you're just like, oh.
It's like when you wake up at night to pee and turn the bathroom light on, and it's
Yeah. And it's just smart. It's a bit fucking bright, Jesus.
And before you, as your eyes do take a second to adjust, you can see, as I say, this gorgeous landscape. tall, tall towers that reach up past clouds that equally seem to be white, fluffy clouds but have a gold hue to them. These towers are pure white and glisten in sun that you don't actually see. There just seems to be as if the sky itself was a light. There's no sun. It's just the whole sky is a source of light. But it's quiet. You don't see anybody around you. As beautiful as this place is, and as light as you feel, and as much as you can breathe and feel unimpeded, there's a feeling of loneliness here just now. In the pit of your stomach.
Can I use my little paladin sense thing and just have a look around?
You certainly look around. So when you say a paladin sense, you're trying to like work out things like, you know, where you are sort of thing, or just...
No,
you know...
by the, basically the, not the paladin sense as in, what did we call it? I can't remember what it was, but the thing where I can see 60 feet. See,
Divine sense.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Thank you. I was struggling with the words.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Someone's been reading up on their paladin kit.
Wonder why. 2 seconds. Divine sense. You...
Fae Fiend's apparitions with it
Yeah.
so far.
You extend your mind out.
And I believe it includes celestials as well.
It does indeed. This place feels holy. This place feels... Of all the churches you've been to, across all the different religions, to the statue in your woods, to people you've met that are of a particularly strong faith, they all have this one thing, different as they are, different as they may be, there's always that one thing that connects them. It's almost like this feeling, a tether almost. And as faint as this tether is, you get the feeling that where you stand right now is where all these tethers go. You feel in the epicenter of it all.
And I see no one. No figures, no nothing, just the towers and the
perception check.
landscape. Fair
Make a
enough.
perception check for me, please.
I'm rolling so shit. That's a 7.
7.
That dice is going away.
No. You see no one.
Right. Well, she'll shout out into the, I guess, the emptiness. Well, I didn't come knocking, so somebody must have brought me here. Do you want to show yourself, or do you want to let there still be this build-up of dramatics?
You call out, and there is a silence that grips afterwards. Until you do hear, eventually, the sound of footfalls. Armored footfalls, that's easily identifiable, and your trained ears can pick that up. And it's coming from behind you, and you almost expect to turn around and see him behind you. And as you turn around, you're surprised not to see him. Maybe about 60, 70 feet away, a single lone figure limps towards you. You can see that even from this distance, as they draw closer, they've got a long sword at their side that they're sort of dragging behind them almost, as they limp heavily towards you.
I'll tentatively approach them because they've got a sword. Like, just, you gonna swing that at me, or are you gonna let it fall?
Maybe you get to it then as you sort of tentatively walk towards them. When you get to maybe that 15-foot mark or so, this individual falls to their knees with a heavy thud. You look them over, and they are dressed in heavy golden armor, but not that of like the pompous lions. This is gold that shines more beautiful than any gold you've ever seen. They wear a helmet. That's one that I don't know what the actual name of the helmet is, but it's got the complete encased on the side, but it has that thing that comes down the front, sort of thing that covers the bridge of the nose. You can see a dark-skinned individual, their eyes peeling from underneath. They're bloody. Their sword is bloody. Their wings are bloody. And they're panting heavily.
I'll get right up to him, just and kneel alongside, essentially, just checking for wounds and shit like that. And well,
This person's been through a battle. That's clear to see.
Well, if you were gonna swing the sword at me, I don't think you'd have a decent chance in your condition. So I think we're fine. Just to get him a little bit more steady, can I cast Lay on Hands? Just give him like 5 HP.
Certainly, you absolutely use some of your divine powers, which seem to just sort of, before you have to pull to get your divine power, it's almost like asking for permission and then being fed it. This just comes now that you've found yourself in this place. You can just do it. Not that you can be, you know what I mean, like flavor text wise. And as you sort of are able to lay upon this man some healing, the eyes of this individual look towards you, wide and white. Help us.
Yeah, you've said that already to somebody else. We're coming,
Please.
but we don't know nothing of what we're going into.
As you say that, the atmosphere changes. The ground starts shaking a little bit. Gently at first, but then more and more intense until you feel there's a full-on earthquake happening around you. And as you sort of maybe crouch down with this man, lower your center of gravity to make sure you're not tripped over, from your immediate left, maybe only about 30 feet away, a huge stone column ruptures next to you, and then a few more punch through the ground, the soil, the earth, and the rock, the crust of the earth itself, before 9 more have surrounded you and start to pull the earth apart. Large cracks begin to form underneath your feet as the earth you stand on begins to split. What do you do?
Can I try and throw this guy out of the way?
Make a strength check for me, please.
That's way better.
Good
That
dice.
is just a check. Okay.
Yep. Straight up strength check.
That is a 24.
24. You basically almost like put your forearm against his chest and under his shoulder and shunt him off to the side, running in the same direction or running the opposite direction for yourself?
running alongside, just so if he doesn't get enough clearance, I can just kind of grab the back of his armor and just pull him further.
No problem. You absolutely do that as he sort of stumbles to his feet, seeing all this, and you can see the ground again beneath you is torn apart violently. These large buildings begin to fall in on themselves as the ground just opens and sucks them into the void beneath. You can then hear them, the screams of terror, of hiding people that you didn't know were around you, as everything comes tumbling down in a great travesty. The figure that you're standing next to and been trying to pull along with yourself, he's panting even heavier as he's trying to run. Help us, please, help us. He keeps begging you as you get Graham based by the scruff of the arm and just pulling him along with you. Make a perception check for me, please.
That's 12.
12. You can't help but look over your shoulder, seeing what's behind you. What are you running from as this ground, this large maw in the earth opens up, and spilling from it is just nothing but death. You see the army of the undead pour through into this metropolis, this peaceful landscape, and you see these whites, golds, bright colors are dimmed and darkened and turned grey. Ash begins to fall around you. Do you keep running?
I'm gonna take Falcorus's method, essentially, because otherwise I'll just keep running for ages, and I'll just push. I'll first off push this this guy. Just say very quickly. Just we're coming, but you should all run instead of fighting, and turn and face them, I suppose.
You tell him this and turn round to face the horde. But the horde's moving the other direction. Thankfully, maybe. You see the army of the undead are running the opposite direction towards you, heading further into the city, I guess we'll call it, that you were presented with. And as you sort of see then, there's this large canyon between you and them now. They can't come to you if they wanted to. But you look down, and what you see is a large creature. Gods, it's impossibly big. It's got 6 legs, 2 sort of smaller hind legs, and 4 upper forearms. Very, again, simian in its stance. Even the head is quite thick skull sort of look to it. It looks like it's made entirely out of rock, boulder, stone, hard materials like that. And these 2 forearms have peeled the earth open, and this large, gaping maw is open. And then you see them start to fall. The white feathers and the angels come tumbling down. And the maw catches some of them. It doesn't even close its mouth like a whale chewing plankton. Doesn't need to. It just opens and feeds. Make me either a survival check or a history check for me, please.
Both of those, I think, are shit. Yeah, they're both awful. Okay, that's fine. Alright. That is a 9 for, we'll
9.
say, history.
History. You look down past this creature, whatever the hell's it is. You see land underneath it. You can see patches of green are tainted by dark greys. The proportions are weird. It looks like an island of some sort, but not one that you recognize. Before suddenly there's a larger jolt that catches you off guard. And you find yourself airborne.
Am I
Tumble
directly
and
above
toss.
the creature?
You are. It wouldn't be a D&D narrative without that, Mr. Graff. You tumble and fall towards the moor. And right... Well, is there anything you'd like to do or say in this moment before you...
I would like to, under my breath, just to myself, time to earn my wings, and attempt to, as I'm falling, hit it in the mouth. See if I can knock its jaw off course, basically, as hard as I can.
Make me an attack roll as you swing down, as you tumble and fall through the sky.
Oh, that's a 28.
28. You hit, but it almost feels inconsequential. A creature this big, your hammer strikes, and you strike hard and loud. You yell out as you do it. You feel that burning through your arms as you feel that tingling go up into your shoulder. But you just bounce off whatever you smacked. The force of your hit knocking you further off course. And as you sort of fall, you then see the darkness come either side of you as this large maw begins to finally, now that it's got you shut down. And you don't hit anything. Its mouth slowly closes before you do. And it's as that last little bit of light is snuffed out, it goes dark. Completely. There is nothing. There's silence, there's peace. There's a darkness that weighs. And then you hear his voice. The voice of the person you thought you were going to hear or see from the very beginning. Help us. And you awaken in your room in a cold sweat.
Can I? This might be a massive long shot, but can I make an insight check into if that's actually Bowden speaking?
Please make an insight check. I'll say with advantage. You know the voice of your god.
That's pretty good. Okay. That's a 23.
Almost through gritted teeth. But it was him.
Damn. I figured he'd be okay because he's on the outside. Fuck. I mean, there's nothing else for me to do apart from try to sleep. There's no point waking people up.
You try and regain a sense of sleep. It's difficult. But eventually it does come back. And you dream whatever Wash normally would dream about. Be it home, battlefields, a dirtier set of armor. I don't know. But you sleep peacefully. Azraelian.
Oh boy.
You're also tucking into a nice little sleep. And you also, at this moment, unbeknownst to you, but the same time as Wash, you find yourself waking up in a place you didn't go to sleep. A beautiful gardenscape. It's long, it's expansive, it's green. It's both the colors of spring, summer, autumn, and winter all rolled into one. And where these colors would contrast, here they harmonize. You smell sweet, sweet smells of flowers and dew grass. There's a soft wind that blows over you. And it is comforting and warm. And there's a sky above that is not blue. There are no clouds. There is just light that casts long shadows and short shadows in the ground in front of you. What would you like to do?
Brian, do I remember this place? Is this where I had met the wild mother at the tree or similar?
It's similar. It gives that vibe. It's definitely not the same place, but it gives that impression. You can feel her presence here.
Can I try and sniff out her scent? Oh, that sounds so silly, but because the
I know what
last
you mean.
time we met her at the tree,
Mhm.
that perfumey smell was so distinct.
Yeah. You can indeed smell it. As silly as it may sound, as you sort of say, but there is that strong, unmistakable smell. And with your expertise in tracking, you would, with some relative ease, begin to navigate through this landscape. Excuse me. And you round some tall green hedges. And as you're sort of walking, you remember the large, very, very large oak leaves, including the one that you took home. You see a few of them mist falling, gracing the air as they sort of dance and slowly make their way to Earth, touching the grass as they finally land. You know you're getting closer, and you round the corner to where you would see Celestra, remembering her name. Oh, beg your pardon, sorry, the Celestia the tree. And you do see Celestra. She's cut in two. The large stump, maybe only reaching about 40 feet or so. The rest of the trunk lays in a tattered mess, stretching outwards, snapped in a couple of places. Branches have smoke trails lazily drifting off them. The green grass here is charred and burned. There is no sweet smells here now, Australian. Just that horrible ash that burns the back of your nostrils. Nothing grows here now, it is just dead. What'd you do?
Try and look to see if I can find anyone.
You go up closer to where Celestia stood, and you see that small shrine where you and your friends had conversed and sat with the Wild Mother, and you go looking there. You don't see the Wild Mother. Instead, what you see, it's an odd sight. I'll give you that. You see the figure of someone feminine in nature, the way the curves in the body sit and represent a female. But her skin is bark. She doesn't have proportioned forms. There's one arm longer than the other. It's without obviously it's very Sprigganish from like Skyrim sort of thing, that sort of aesthetic to it, but gnarled and burned. And as you come in, she looks up at you. Help us.
How can we help you? Where are you? How did we get to you?
We're home. Help us.
Where is your home?
Where we've always been. Where your prayers always go. Help us. Make a perception check for me, please.
An 18.
You smell smoke.
Can I try and figure out where the smell's coming from?
You feel, as you sort of look around, smoke is hanging in the air. And there are... well, it's a ring around you. As an infernus burns. And as you have this realization of this garden is ablaze, from behind you, this feminine figure, quite forcefully, quite uncomfortably, grabs and spins you around roughly, and she is uncomfortably close to your face, and as her on-fire bark skin comes close to yours, the green eyes flickering red as she burns from within, she just gives out a scream in your face. One more time. Help me. Before you wake up in your room. You're in a cold sweat. Despite the fact of feeling intense fire not too long ago, you are cold, Azraelion. Is there anything you'd like to do now that you've woken up?
So now that I know that, from what I've been told with Falcoris, that's what's happened with what he's seen, this is similarly lining up to what I've just seen. I will just start to sharpen my blades, and I will practice on my dummies, my maneuvers, my reflexes, all that sort of thing, and I will just get myself ready for whatever's due to come in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You do exactly that. I will also say you do get a long rest off the back of it, though. You do still get that benefit and bonus.
Yeah, I'm a elf, and you only need like 4.
Yeah, fair
so,
enough. Yeah, forget that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sleep does take you all. There is one person who does get a visit as well. Lavender. As you sleep, you rest quite easily. Now, you're not really bothered with the gods. They've never done much for you. You respect them. That's kind of where it ends. There's no relationship. But as you sleep, you may find yourself walking through a nice little forest. Different to what you're used to in your dreams. It's a forest you don't recognize. It's like all your senses and all the things that you would see are sort of touched up a little bit. As if someone somehow painted real life to make it better. In an odd sort of way. And you feel at peace. But as you walk through this forest, you swear you hear machines. Cogs that turn and click as they grind against each other somewhere in this woods. And it's odd. Is there anything you would like to do?
I try to figure out where the sound's coming from.
Certainly. Can you make me a either survival? Oh, no, just make me a survival or nature check, please. Actually, survival and nature check, as you try and ascertain where in this scene of nature you hear the grinding of gears.
Um, 11.
11. You push forward. And you're not too sure at first, because at the same time of hearing the chirping of birds and the brushing of wind through your ears, hair, and the leaves that surround you, you turn 1 minute thinking the sound must be coming to your left, then no, it's definitely to your right. It takes you a moment before you come across a very, very, very peculiar sight. Where as you step forward, there's almost like a break in the shrubbery and the greenery that you sort of trudge through. And the woods turn metal. You see that the trees of bark are still trees, but they're trees of metal. The grass blades that blow in the breeze are thin strips of aluminium. And the sound you hear is the little scraping of the grasses blowing against each other. The soil is a solid sheet metal floor. And standing in front of you, looking directly at you, is a large stag. But it's made of machines. It's made of cogs and gears. Pistons for the legs. Very well built, very well put together. Beautiful in its own right. And it just stares at you, Lavender.
I will slowly walk up to it, very, very slowly.
Make an animal handling check with advantage for me, please, my dear.
Thank you.
Since you're so damn good with animals.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You very, very slowly approach, knowing that both a male stag is going to be one of two things, either skittish and run away, or potentially territorial and dangerous. You know there's a line to ride here, and you ride it well. You walk forward slowly with your hand outstretched. And it then nuzzles it it leans itself forward and puts its nose into the palm of your hand, The metal is simultaneously cold to the touch in the exterior, but you can tell that inside there's a heat. Like body heat. As a stag just looks at you. Now and again, little jets of steam sort of out of its side. And unlike everybody else, who have messages of, help me, the stag says nothing to you. It stares at you. It looks through you. It wants to know more about you. And you feel that underlying want. But then you wake up before you can explore it further. And you find yourself back in your own bedroom again, nestled into a warm brownie who sleeps, snoring next to you. And that as well ends tonight's episode of The Shadows We Fear. With some weird bullshit.
Oh boy.
Oh, end game now.
Endgame.
Oh boy.
That actually got me so good when you said end game earlier.
Well, hope you all enjoyed that. Andy, do we have any goodbyes we need to say?
Only goodbye is, remember we're doing this bi-weekly, guys, so it won't be until 2 weeks until you find out what happens next. We'll be on the seas towards Alria. But otherwise, come join the socials, come join the Discord, come talk to us, tell us what you think, how this is going, any theories you've got as well, because we'd love to hear theories. Otherwise, I would hand it back to you to finish up, Mr. DM.
Thank you very much. So, as we say, then we will not see you next week as we go into a new schedule of seeing you next Friday. I want to thank again all my players for tolerating my bullshit. Thank you guys in chat for coming on to see it. And until we see you then in the shadows that we fear,